Welcome to Culture on Tap. This is our Monday Get to Know You. So glad to be back with you. This time it's me and Range, also with my two older children, Ethan and Charlie. Michelle's working, and so it's just the four of us today. And so today's Get to Know You is, what are your three greatest memories? And we put the caveat in, not that they have to be in there at all, but you can only use one as Disney if Disney's one of them. Do we want to go youngest to oldest?
Sure.
Okay.
I have them memorized. So probably my first, I'll say, well, I'm going to say this one first, so nobody can steal it. Probably, my first trip to Disney. That's probably like my favorite trip I've gone on. It was really fun. We got surprised. I was 6 and you were 7, right?
I think so.
And so it was a long time ago, almost 10 years ago. It's
Yeah.
10 years ago this year.
That's crazy.
That's
10 years.
crazy. So yeah, it was tons of fun. We got surprised with Disney. We went to Disney and then we got surprised with Universal. So yeah, that's probably number one.
So I would say my number one first memory, I would say probably the day, like the actual going to Disney, because I feel like I remember more of that than Disney. Just because that day was really fun. And not saying Disney wasn't fun, but that day was really fun for what it was. Because it was chaotic and hectic.
Yeah.
Like whether it was me on the plane where I got orange juice because of different altitudes in my cup, got orange juice on my white shirt, and then chocolate milk on my right shirt. Or my sister leaving her bag on a bus. Or my mom getting stopped at the X-ray machine. Not
X-ray machine.
Not X-ray machine.
TSA.
Metal detector.
Metal detector.
Metal detector, thank you. It was just my sister stuffing a baby in a backpack, so then they thought she might.
No, it wasn't the baby. She had water in the baby bottle
Yeah.
and tried to go through the metal detector.
Okay, then what trip was it then with the
I mean, they
water
definitely.
of the baby?
I mean, it was probably, but it's not that big of a deal. They didn't take it out of my bag. They were just like, "Oh, there's a baby in the bag."
Yeah, it was the water bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or the baby bottle with the water in it that
Yeah.
was the deal. So, Range?
Yeah, so I'm going to say one of my greatest memories, I'm going to kind of loop them all together, but it's the adoption days of all three of the boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the day we got them, the adoption days, it's all, very significant, but the day that it was all finalized and stuff like that is just, for all three of them, it's very significant one, but very memorable.
I would agree. I was there.
Yeah.
And so I would say my first one, in no particular order, would probably be, I guess my first one would be on my wedding day. Not my actual wedding. Me and Michelle are not very traditional about most things in life.
Yeah.
So we made the decision, and I don't know very many people that have done this, but we made the decision to see each other before the wedding, which, like, we don't believe in all the, like, what is it called, superstitions and stuff like that. So we basically had nobody else in the church, and I waited down at the altar, and then she came down. So it was just me, her, and the photographer. So she came down the aisle to me, and we prayed together, and just, like, basically got to see each other, and it was just such a really awesome and powerful moment. Cried, loved on each other, prayed, and then so when the actual wedding started, we could care less. Like, honestly, we were just like, we're good, let's do this, and, like,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
move on.
You were able to get your exciting part out.
Yeah, so it was really, really cool for us, and because we'd done our picture before, we were able to go straight to the
Absolutely.
reception.
Straight to the food.
Yeah, so number 2, Charlotte Dawn.
Number 2 for me, I'm gonna say is probably the day that I met Ryan. because Ryan, when she was born very prematurely. So we got the call for Ryan. I probably didn't meet Ryan until 3 months later.
No, 3 weeks later.
No. Y'all met her 3 weeks later. We didn't get to meet her until she got bumped down in the NICU.
You're right. I thought you meant from when we met her. You met
That's
her.
not important to me. I mean, it is important, but like not as important as me meeting her.
No, I'm saying you met her 3 weeks after we did.
I think it was longer than that, but
We were only with her in the hospital for 1 month.
anyway.
We'll agree to disagree.
We'll agree to disagree. But yeah, that's probably my number 2. I remember meeting her, and we got like pulled in to like a room with like a nurse and stuff, and she had all of these like medical devices attached to her. She had like oxygen, feeding tube, and she had like a sock on her foot which kept like regulated her heartbeat. And they were like, well, if this goes off or if this starts to sound like this is what you need to do, and like how to hold her, all of that different stuff, which was so fun. And yeah, so that's probably.
I would say mine would probably be the day we took her home for the first time.
Okay.
Cause what's it called? Cause I remember that day it was very chaotic because she had this like heart machine. I believe it was a heart machine. Yeah, and it just kept going off for no reason.
It was just.
It was the sock on her foot.
It was a monitor.
Yeah, monitor.
Yeah.
It just kept going off.
Well, the thing was inside the sock. The sock kept.
Yeah, the sock,
Yeah.
and then it was wrapped around her foot.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, it kept going off, and what's it called? And then I kept doing that all day. And then whenever that night when we had to go to bed, I just remember every time I'd get close to sleep, all I would hear was like the beeping of the machine going back off.
Yeah.
Very, very fun night. There was no sleep.
Her heart was not dropping every time her foot.
No,
moved.
it would.
The machine
Yeah,
would beep.
it didn't stay on there good because it was just, her foot was so small.
I actually don't remember that day pretty much at all.
You know?
First day.
No.
I do. It's interesting.
I think I remember that the least.
Really.
I remember us getting the call for Ryan. I remember me going to see Ryan. I remember me going up to the hospital after I already met Ryan, like going back up to the hospital numerous times. I remember her adoption day. I remember her going back into the hospital. I don't remember like her being home for the first time.
Interesting.
I mean, obviously it happened. I remember like everybody coming over, and I remember Zavi showing up in a tux.
He did?
Yeah.
But he did?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember that.
Lauren had him like in
I'm
a
pretty
little
sure
like
we
bow
were there, but I
tie.
don't remember.
It wasn't like an actual tux, but she had like a little bow tie and like a little.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah,
I
because the
think
whole
I
thing was
remember
like
that. Hold on.
Zavi and Ryan are supposed to get married because they were so close in age.
Are you sure you didn't make this up?
No,
No,
I'm 100%
I'm pretty
serious.
sure you dreamed this.
No, I'm 100% serious.
No, I think I remember
Well,
somewhat.
I'm sure your mother will watch this episode and.
Mom's gonna tell me that I'm wrong.
Well, if everybody's telling you wrong, how
I'm
can-
not
No, but
trolling.
it happened. Ask Lauren. Lauren,
Well, Lauren, if you
tell
watch,
me.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't remember that. I'm not telling you wrong. I don't remember that.
All I remember was us putting the picture of Zavi in the
Ryan's crib.
yeah,
Yes.
Ryan's crib.
Range.
Yep. So my next one is going to be my first mission trip. So we've gone on several, but none of them are as, I mean, they're all special in their own way, but none of them are as memorable as the first one. Just the anticipation, the unknown, going to the meetings, being around people who have been before, you know, just listening to you say, be flexible, be flexible, be flexible, and then being in it and having to be flexible, and realizing what that means,
Yeah.
and just seeing everything there, and then just doing exactly what you know the Lord has asked you to do. It's just really a unique experience.
So I would say my number 2 was, and I'm going to combine like you did, but the day I met all 3 of my children. Naturally, Michelle gave birth 2 of them, And the third one, we also met her in the hospital, but she was already born. Very different scenarios for all three, but all three were really amazing moments for me to be a part of that. Because I feel like with my older two, it was just like a whirlwind. Like I feel like we literally have Ethan and Michelle's pregnant again. I mean, it's not
Me and
that
Ethan
quick.
are a year and 27 days apart.
Yeah, y'all are a year and 27 days apart. So it's like, it feels like just basically 2 years of pregnancy and having babies.
Yeah.
And then, like 7 years later, we decide to adopt, or we do adopt. So yeah, that would definitely be my number 2. So number 3, Charlie.
So my number 3 would probably be when I got baptized. That was definitely a pretty special day. My dad baptized me.
Question: are these in order?
No.
Okay, I'll say. Not
Disney,
judging.
and then Dad hears baptism. I don't really
Well, I mean,
know,
your sister came after.
but I don't really know
Yeah.
like what the order would be. But those are just probably top 3. But yeah, my dad baptized me, and my mom was obviously like there with me. But yeah, I remember like after I got baptized, like hugging my dad, and I was obviously wet. And I thought it was so funny because he hates stains, he hates like getting wet, like all that kind of stuff, and you know his shirt was just like soaking wet. And then I have this picture beside my bed of me getting baptized, and it's like the focus is in on like me and my dad and my mom. But if you look in the background, you can see Mr. Eric in the front row with his phone.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to show you the picture. You can literally see him. He's like for recording on his phone. So yeah, that is probably my
So I would say my third
best memory.
best memory.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going off of most memorable. Never mind. Let me rephrase it. I was gonna say the time I almost died, but
But you don't even remember that.
yes, I do.
Oh.
On the cruise.
Oh no, it's best memory.
Best memory. Okay, I'll rephrase it then. Okay, so I would probably say, what's it called? I'm getting a brain fart now. Okay, my 16th birthday party. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Just because I really like that memory because we had like my whole family basically here, and it was chaotic, which like I live in chaotic, so like my whole life has been crazy, so it didn't really affect me. I feel like I was fine, but like it was just fun. I get to have all my family here. We get to have good food, which is really good.
I don't remember what we ate.
You don't remember what we ate?
Who was here that isn't usually here?
What do you mean who was
That's the
here?
question.
I said I have my whole family here.
Yeah, but I'm saying like who was here that isn't always here?
The Brights were over here. The Amators were over here.
Oh, you're just saying everybody was here.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone was here. And then I remember that y'all were recording actually an episode for this, so y'all came in a little bit later. And then I remember that's also whenever Troy made my scavenger hunt, and then I got a PS5, which I did not think I was getting.
There's the memory.
There's the memory. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got to it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We're here. But it's really
Yeah,
PS5.
okay, now I get you. No, it's a great memory.
I was thinking of the same thing
remember
first. It's like we're together a lot. Like,
Yeah, but I remember the scavenger hunt, and that was really, really neat.
So cool.
Yes. Good. No, for sure. That is a good memory. For sure.
Third memory.
So for me, it's going to be the day, I guess, / month that me and Jessica met.
Okay.
So there's a really, really cool story behind it. She thinks that that I lie whenever I tell the story. I tell the story accurately. She chooses to fudge the facts a little bit, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll talk about it on here. But it's a really neat story, and whenever you go back and think about it, and it's really funny because whenever you go back and think about a lot of different things, if you really and truly think through the scenario and how everything played out, in every situation, you can always point out where God was moving and working. And whenever you start thinking about the reasons and things like that, it makes it extremely obvious. And I think it's a pretty neat of our story.
That's cool. Yeah, I would say my last one. It's hard to pick. I would probably just label it ministry, because baptizing both of my children is super high on my list. But also the first time I got to preach is way up there, and the first time I got to preach in Guatemala is way up there. And just there's multiple things in ministry that just are huge moments as I look back over the years. Definitely baptizing my children is huge, because I think anyone that's a believer hopes that their children get baptized, and then when you get to baptize your own children, it's just a really powerful moment, for sure. So yeah, I would probably be my third. But I do remember my first message, which is funny because I wore a 3-piece suit with a handkerchief in my pocket that matched my tie.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. And the message was really bad. My message was, the title was, "What did the sheep say?" And it was when the shepherd came to find the one from the 99 that got lost, and the sheep said, "Thanks for coming, thanks for caring, thanks for completing all C's there."
Okay.
Yeah,
He loves a good acronym.
Yeah,
right.
It was
alliteration.
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 Yeah.
There it is.
But it was. I look at it. I actually the other day I was looking at, because I keep all my messages. I was looking. I was like, man, that guy. I would never preach that message now. Not that it's theologically wrong. It was
Right.
Very, very
Definitely
basic.
not who you are now.
Very basic.
Yeah.
But I still remember it. Yeah, I don't have pocket handkerchiefs anymore.
No,
I don't have any of those.
How many 3-piece suits do you have now?
I do have a 3-piece suit.
Really?
Yes, I have 2 suits. One that I can wear, one that I can't wear because of it's somehow shrunk in the closet.
It's shrunk, sitting in the closet.
But the one I can wear is a 3-piece suit.
Wow.
I usually don't wear it as a 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
It is and I only wear
Take
it.
a couple of pieces out.
Yes. But I do own a 3-piece suit.
Nice.
So
I do not, by the way.
I did jot that for a question that for a minute.
I'm not shocked.
How many polos do you own though?
So I've actually reduced.
How many polos have you owned in your lifetime?
Oh, that number could be.
I'd be willing to bet. Well, I don't know. There was a season when I did ministry different, and I wore a lot of polos. But I would almost really willing to bet my lifetime of polos doesn't match the amount of polos he has owned in the last 2 years.
Probably. But I wear all of my work shirts or polos and things like that. But
I don't know.
But actually, currently, kind of the same situation as your 3-piece suit.
Yours got in the shrunken closet.
Mine's on the shrinking aspect of the closet, so got to get that figured out.
It's a strange place.
I don't know
what
the
happens.
closet. It does that, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Awesome. This is a good get to know you. Feel free in the comments to tell us great memories we love.
No, this is just a get to know you.
Yeah.
I was ready to get
it going.
right. Let's go into it.
Please put in the comments. We'd love to hear some of your great memories of your life. We'd love to hear those things. And please stay tuned with us this week. My children will be on there with me and Range talking about what it's like to grow up in a home in the ministry. So please tap in with us on Wednesday, and we will see you soon. See you guys.